Friday night, you need a day off. By Sunday night, you need a day off from your day off. Recovery researchers describe 4 experiences that help people unwind, and a day on the couch can miss all 4. You slept late, ordered food, barely moved. Still, your mind feels heavy. So what was working while your body was resting? The easy answer is that you were lazy. But laziness does not explain why doing less can sometimes leave you with less energy. A better answer begins with a distinction we rarely make. Rest is an activity. Recovery is a result. Lying down may be restful. Watching videos may feel restful. Sleeping until noon may look restful. But if the demand that exhausted you is still running in the background, your day off never really begins. We talk about energy as if the body contains one battery. Work drains it, sleep fills it. Simple. But tired can describe several different problems. Your muscles can be tired after physical work. Your attention can be tired after hours of switching between messages, documents, and decisions. Your emotions can be tired after spending a day being polite, alert, or worried. And your motivation can collapse when every hour feels controlled by someone else. These forms of fatigue can overlap, but they do not always respond to the same kind of rest. If your body is overloaded, stillness may help. If your attention is overloaded, replacing work screens with entertainment screens may simply change the content of the demand. If your mind is carrying an unfinished conflict, 8 hours on a couch will not finish it for you. The mistake is not that you rested. The mistake is assuming that every kind of exhaustion needs the same repair. That recovery model separates unwinding from work into 4 experiences. The first is detachment. Work is not only closed on the laptop, it is no longer rehearsing itself in your head. The second is relaxation. The level of tension actually comes down. The third is mastery. You do something difficult enough to feel engaging, but different enough from work to feel alive. And the fourth is control. For a while, you decide what happens next. Now look again at the average do-nothing day. You are still thinking about Monday, so there is little detachment. Your phone keeps presenting a new face, sound, argument, and disaster, so there may be little relaxation. You consume for hours without making or learning anything, so there is little mastery. And an algorithm chooses the next thing before you have decided whether you wanted the current one, so your sense of control can shrink as well. The day contains almost no effort, but it may contain very little recovery. This is the uncomfortable part. Your body can be off duty while your attention is still clocked in. Every swipe gives it a new object to process. Every notification asks whether something matters. Every glimpse of unfinished work pulls Monday into Saturday. You did not spend the day doing nothing. You spent it being interrupted without going anywhere. This creates a strange paradox. The more exhausted you are, the more likely you are to choose the easiest available activity. And the easiest activity is not always the one that restores you. A walk requires standing up. Cooking requires a decision. Calling a friend requires a little social courage. Even reading a book asks you to stay with one thing. Scrolling asks almost nothing at the entrance. That is why it wins. But the cost is hidden inside the activity. Fragmented attention, no clear stopping point, and no moment that tells your brain, this part of the day is complete. The result is low effort and low satisfaction at the same time. Then guilt arrives. You think, I wasted my day off. Now the mind starts arguing with the very rest it was supposed to receive. Half of you wants to stop. The other half believes you should be doing something useful. So you are neither fully active nor fully at rest. You are suspended between the two. That suspended state can feel more draining than a small, chosen activity with a clear beginning and end. Modern work makes this harder because work no longer ends in a place. The office fits inside the same device you use to relax. One thumb movement takes you from a comedy clip to an email subject line. One vibration turns a quiet breakfast into a problem you cannot solve until Monday. Even when you do not reply, part of your mind begins preparing the reply. The boundary is gone. And without a boundary, the nervous system receives no clean signal that one demand has ended and another part of life has begun. This is why a busy afternoon in a garden, a kitchen, or a workshop can sometimes feel more restorative than 6 motionless hours online. The body may do more, but the mind changes channels. It leaves the world of unfinished demands and enters an activity with touch, movement, progress, and an ending. The opposite of work is not always inactivity. Sometimes it is agency. So the next time you feel exhausted, do not begin by asking, "How can I do nothing?" Ask, "What part of me is tired?" Then try 3 small changes. First, match the rest to the fatigue. If your body is tired, reduce physical demand and sleep. If your attention is tired, reduce input. If your emotions are tired, choose privacy, honest company, or a place where you do not have to perform. Do not prescribe a couch to every problem. Second, create one clean boundary. For 60 minutes, put work and feeds in another room. Decide what the hour is for before it begins. A walk, a meal, music, a shower, a book, or simply quiet. The specific activity matters less than the fact that you chose it and nothing else is competing with it. Third, add one piece of active recovery. Not a workout punishment, not a productivity project. Choose something small that changes your state. 10 minutes outside, stretching beside an open window, making one simple meal, drawing badly, fixing one object, or talking to one person without checking the time. The goal is not to squeeze achievement into your day off. It is to give your attention somewhere complete to go. That Friday night promise was not wrong. You did need rest. But an empty calendar cannot decide how you recover. And a day with no plan can easily be claimed by the loudest screen in the room. So when Sunday evening arrives and you still feel exhausted, do not immediately accuse yourself of being lazy. Look at the day more precisely. Did your body stop? Did your attention stop being pulled? Did work leave your head? Did you choose any part of the day for yourself? Rest is not measured by how little you moved. It is measured by whether the demand that drained you finally lost its grip. You do not need to make your next day off more productive. You need to make it more different from the thing you are recovering from.